Hello, my name is Brandy Wolf, and I am the Oracle of Hidden Truths. And my title will probably be changing here soon. I've been going back and forth over who I am, what I should do, what my services are, how I can be of service to others. And I keep getting drawn to dark shadow or death witch. And I hit the ta-da with death witch, because everything that I discovered about it makes sense for me. Common callings of a death witch. I've experienced many deaths, losses, or dark nights of the soul, and I have. That I feel comfortable around grief, hospitals, cemeteries, or death rituals, and yeah, I do. I've been around death, and what really gets me about death is how I understand how some people are very sensitive and they can't. I'm sensitive too, but there's some that are very sensitive and can't handle being with a dying person. And I'm a type of person that stays until their last breath, until I can feel that they've transitioned. I've always been like that. I've always stayed with the person, or tried to, at least. Unless I don't have a ride and they are my ride. I've been told that I'm too heavy, too intense, or too deep, and also too intimidating as well. I attract the dying, grieving, or those in spiritual crisis, and I do. I get people that just walk up to me and start giving me a conversation, and I have no idea who these people are, and we talk about almost everything. You help others move from trauma, relationship, or past lives. And yes, I do. Especially karmic relationships, because some people can't handle that. I feel called to work with deities or spirits tied to death, like Hecate, Hel, Santa Muerte, Anubis, Persephone, and the Morrigan. And I had like an incident around, I think it was 2014, that I've talked about, where I saw a hooded woman telling me to take back my power, and then an owl came flying down at me, almost attacked me. I am someone who can transmute pain into wisdom. My gift is helping people and spirits face what they fear, release what holds them, and cross thresholds with power and peace. I may be a silent healer, a crone soul, or a grief priestess. Your presence alone soothes those facing endings, even if you say little. You may also carry karmic contracts and help souls stuck in between lives or realities. What sets me apart? I don't fear the shadow, I work with it. I offer closure, not comfort. I walk where others won't, and that's holy work. And I do. Like I said, some people can't handle death, they can't handle being there. A death witch works with the energies of death, rebirth, and transition, the underworld, ancestors, and spirits, grief, mourning, and emotional alchemy. Psychopomp work, helping souls cross over. Baneful healing, releasing what no longer serves. Decomposition and regeneration cycles. They're not obsessed with death, but they understand its place in the natural and spiritual order. They're called to walk beside those experiencing endings, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. The Death Witch path is a deeply sacred, powerful, and often misunderstood. It's not about morbid, I swear, morbidity. It's about transformation, transition, and spiritual truth. And it fits me. And I feel that it's work that needs to be done. Now, I'm getting them right now, just thinking of his name. I summoned Archangel Azrael because I wanted his approval in a way that this is a path I'm supposed to be on. So I grabbed my Angel Tarot cards, did a shuffle, or was shuffling and asking, and then a card pops out. You know what card pops out? Release. Archangel Azrael. And the other cards were basically telling me I need to stop lying to myself, that this is the path that I'm meant to have. So I kept these out. I should have kept the other one out, but I didn't. That's my bad. But I used these by Kyle Gray because I'm also a certified angel guide. Okay. Shuffled them, and I asked, am I meant to be a death witch? And I meant to help people with their endings of their life, whether it's a physical ending, spiritual ending, help people cross over, emotional ending, like ending of relationships, things of that nature. And I got, this is the overall energy, which is friendship and union. But what really hit home was this. This was the first card I pulled. And this is the second one. And then this is the third one. And when the release, Archangel Azrael, came out of the Angel Tarot, I go, you're funny. You are absolutely hilarious. I said, if I needed more of a direct sign, you just jump out like, hey, here it is. Here, look at me, look at me. And this also confirms it. Because I've been on, there's been things that I've been doubting a lot about my gifts and who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be. I feel more, and it seems darker in a way, but I feel a more darker path, but not in a sense of what some people consider what darker means. Meaning more like underworld, shadow work, transition, trauma, grief. And one thing that really struck me the most was I was thinking about, like, there was this one incident. One of my exes who lived in near Columbus, Johnstown. I was trying to remember what the name of the place was. It's like right next to Columbus, Ohio. His mom loved traveling. She loved traveling. She used to also be a truck driver, and her name was Strawberry. That was her handle. Her handle was Strawberry. And she went traveling one day, I think it was to New York, if I'm not mistaken, and went camping. And all of a sudden it was like she went downhill. She went completely downhill. She came back, and I'm amazed that she drove herself back, to be quite honest, going from New York to Ohio, and you're not feeling too good. Yeah, that's something. So she went to the hospital. They had to keep her, and I believe it had something to do with her bile functionality, if I'm not mistaken. And her sister was there. Me and her sister were talking, and I tried to go to the hospital as much as I could to visit him and her. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like she was doing really well. She everything seemed to be working normally. They sent her home, and it was like, it wasn't even a week that she was home, and it hit her again, and this time it was bad. So she ended up being in the hospital again, and I ended up going with my, like I said, my boyfriend at the time, who's my ex now, to visit her. And he was obviously, upset, grieving, distraught. And they had to basically put her in a medically induced coma. When they said there was no other options, that it was time to think either letting her go, or it was time to basically let her go, and they would make her as comfortable as possible. But they were going to wake her up so that everybody could basically say their goodbyes. Her sister's goodbye, it struck me so hard, and it was like, she was very blunt and very honest, but she was also carrying pain and grief as well, losing her sister. And we were all in the room, and Strawberry woke up, and her sister came over to her and she said, "Are you ready to see Mom?" And right then and there, Strawberry knew what was going on, what was happening. She knew. Her eyes just lit up, and she squeezed the hell out of her sister's hand. And they both cried and everything, because, Strawberry realized what was going on, that it was her time to go, and everybody was saying their goodbyes. And nobody wanted to be there when she was passing. They gave her morphine. I do remember them saying they were going to give her morphine. I can't remember the other thing they were going to give her. But morphine was one of the main things. And it was like, one by one, they stayed as long as they could into that room. And I stayed there as long as I could with Strawberry, just that way she had somebody there. She was a wonderful woman, wonderful lady. She was so nice and so loving. And I stayed as long as I could, but my boyfriend at the time, he couldn't handle it any much longer, and he said that we had to go, and we did. And we went out to eat. I guess that's one thing to do. You go out with the family and go out to eat while waiting to hear that she passed away. And we went, got seated, grabbed our plates and whatnot, and then sat down. And it was just like a couple minutes after we sat down that we got the phone call that she passed, and it was peacefully. That was a turning point in how I felt about death. And I'm like, why can't, what really got me is that nobody would stay with the person that's dying. They couldn't handle it. And I totally understand that. I totally agree. But I feel like someone should be there. Someone should, be the support person. Even if that person that is laying there getting ready to pass over doesn't know if you're there, doesn't know, can't hear you or whatnot. I feel like, holding their hand, letting them know that you're there, whatever that person that's dying would like for you to do, if they would like for you to be there. And just being there and watching her just slowly let go of the physical realm was, it was devastating, but it was also euphoric in some ways. Not that I was happy that she was going, but it was more like I could just feel her at peace. Like the more and longer I was there, I felt more of a peaceful nature with her, just her energy. So even though I've been fighting the battle of, should I be a death witch? Should I follow this path? I think I can say with straight confirmation that yes, this is something I should work into. I'm also doing mediumship readings. I have one, I've already done a listing for it on Etsy. So my mediumship readings are back. I did have them, I did take it away, but they're back now. And I thought about doing a video, like a private link video membership or mediumship reading. I cannot talk and pronounce words tonight. Bleh. I'm having verbal vomit, it seems like. But I even did a reading earlier, which I'm sure you've seen it, where I channeled Ozzy Osbourne and his reading. His reading was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I felt that it was a message that needed to be said too, that for everyone to know that loved and adored him, fans included. So my occupation has changed, and I'll still be doing readings. I'm still, helping people with their love situations, their shadow work. I'm still doing that, but I'm also including death readings as well. And I don't think I can offer this type of one reading that I really want to do because it's Etsy. But I am considering doing a reading for those who are passing away, for those who are dying, which is what will happen before, during, and after transition. So before the passing, during the passing, and what to expect after the passing, the transition. And I thought about doing, I'm getting cold chills. Like, yeah, that's neat. Okay. That's how I get my signs, my yes or no's. I don't know if you can see or not, but I'm getting, my hair standing on end. I'm getting cold chills. So, I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's how I get signs. Because I know there's a lot of people that are in that way, whether it's some kind of thing they're going through. They want to know what will happen before they transition, during transition, and after transition. I'm trying to decide how to make this work. I may offer it as through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I don't think I can put this on Etsy. I don't think this would be approved on Etsy because it deals with death And I know Etsy's very picky about it. I may just do it on PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. So I'll probably see about doing that on my website. So if you're in that position, I will see about making that an offer. I guess it's just time to embrace my not really dark side. It's not really dark, it's more like helping those that are transitioning to see their light, to see that there's nothing to be afraid of on the other side, that there's someone out there that cares, that wants to be there by them. And I even thought about maybe like live video until the person passes. Like if their family can't stand to be in the room, I can be on video talking to the person. Maybe they're being medically comfortable during the transition. I can just talk to them. I thought about something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. So that I would update you guys with what I'm currently working on and transitioning into. Because I feel this is work that needs to be done. I feel a lot of us do feel alone. Even living, we feel alone. We feel like we have no one around. And I feel doing this kind of work can be helpful. So, blessings to you. And I hope you have a wonderful week, month, whatever. Bye.